me up. Измени свою жизнь.
In the platform Help Me Up. Here we are holding some different cool, amazing live streams. And today I would like to welcome Kenzo Santo. He's a cool hypnotherapist, psychologist, and he's very motivated today to tell you some interesting things about Mindscaping. Let's take some minutes, and Kenzo will join our live stream. Hello, Kenzo. How are you doing?
Hello, everybody. Karina, how are you, darling?
I'm fine.
You look great.
Kenzo.
Good morning, first of all. Good morning, first of all. Okay, tell me, what would you like to learn more? Actually, what do you like to learn? Where should I start?
So the topic of today is Mindscaping. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, and I think
anything about it. Okay. Okay, great. So let me start. Let me start from this. Okay. I'm going to start from the beginning. So first of all, to understand Mindscaping, it's a part of hypnosis, right? So I need to explain you what is trance and what is hypnosis, so you can understand the difference first. Well, trance is something that happens to us naturally. Excuse me. It's something that happens to us all day long. When we drive the car, when we brush our teeth, even when we eat the food or something, we go into a trance sometimes. We're thinking, we zoom out, we'll watch a movie, we'll listen to our favorite song. We go into a state, a specific state. That's natural. Trance, it's like natural hypnosis that we do to ourselves, right?
Yeah, right.
So what do? We just time travel in our head. We time travel in our head. And that is why we actually love time traveling, because it's something that we do since the day we're born. We always say, oh my God, I wish I can go back. Or, oh my God, I wish I can go front and do something else, right? You understand? So but hypnosis is when a hypnotist performing performing some kind of resources and tests, but not test actually. So the subject go into a trance. So the hypnotist, as I am, he's the facilitator. Most of the time there is a problem. That is why most of the hypnotists are actually failing in this business, is because they are missing the metaphor. You see, the unconscious mind and the conscious mind, it's very different. The unconscious mind, first of all, is the 90% of every human being, which people don't know that. Most people, they think that we are conscious, and our consciously, honestly, is like is this just this small 10% that goes around our brain and access some points, which our unconscious mind is all the rest of the body. Well, let me explain it this way. The conscious mind can receive only 5 plus or minus 2 information per second, which the unconscious mind takes 2 to 20 million bits per second. So when we do in hypnosis, we are not talking to the conscious mind, to the you that you know. We're talking to your unconscious mind, which is your autopilot, because we as human beings, we're creatures, our habits. So that is why people are finding a little bit different to understand, and that is why most of the hypnotists, they are not so skilled, and they are losing of crafting the metaphor of every person unconscious mind. What the mindscaping does, mindscaping is exactly as, you know, landscape.
Yeah,
as a map. We all have an internal map. Landscape, mindscape, we all have an internal map, an internal representation of our own map. In mindscaping, the thing is that a person doesn't have to go into a deep hypnosis. He has to go only in a state of relaxation, which is going to be 3 deep breaths, and he will be able to express and to talk and to communicate with the hypnotist, which makes it very playful. So most of the people have the fear of getting hypnotized and not waking up ever again, which that never happened. So most of the people have the fear, I'm going to get hypnotized and this person might do something to me, And it's kind of scary. And honestly, like, because you are a psychologist and Sigmund Freud, which is a wonderful psychologist, he did some things that he shouldn't do to his customers. So yes, exactly. So for us not to take advantage, I believe Mindscaping is something amazing. And I can tell you that the way of that, you will provide me every metaphor that I need to make your life, to make some huge changes. I'm talking about amazing changes. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. I'm going to give you just an example. Julia. An example. Julia always wanted to do, to start art again. She always wanted to start
Julia
painting.
is your girlfriend, right?
Okay. It's my beautiful girlfriend, yes, and she's right here. Actually, she doesn't come in front of the camera. She's hiding. She's shooting from behind. She loves it. She loves it. So Julia said to me, "Okay, listen, I don't believe in what you do, but I still want you to do it," because she saw that I did it to some people and they became okay, and she's like, "Okay, I want to try this before I say anything." Julia's she's very curious. Julia is curious. She's always curious. She always tries things. So after we did the session of Mindscaping, she opened her eyes, she came out, and this is so interesting. 4 years ago, we bought colors and paper so Julia can paint. She never touched them in her life. We finished the Mindscaping session. Julia gets up, she get ready, she get her things so she can go up to our roof, which is very beautiful, and get some sun. And she grabs the color book and the colors, and I'm like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I want to paint." She went upstairs, she did a painting, she finished it, and then she's looking at it and she's like, "I don't really like it." I'm like, "Did you understand that you tried to paint for 4 years and this is the first moment you did it?"
That's impressive.
Yes, it's amazing. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know I'm talking too much, and I would like you to ask me some question right now because I'm going Monopoly, and I'm very hyped and very excited about the subject. That is why. So please tell me, ask me anything.
You've told something about A trends. Can you maybe explain more what is A trends? What's the difference?
Trends?
No, I mean, you've told A trends. Is it a specific form of trends? I mean, the A.
Well, it's a light trance. A trance. I'm talking. No, when I say A trance, I meant a light trance.
Okay.
A very light trance. Yes, because we need to have. I need to have communication with the subject. So taking a subject in a deep relaxation hypnosis, it's not a way.
Okay.
So I believe even in psychology you do light trances, right?
Right, sure.
Which is amazing. That is what helps actually, because the mind has this amazing way of healing himself, and the way the frequency of the thought works, and the things that the potentials of the human brain that has is amazing. And I think you know that by yourself and better than me, actually.
Thank you.
So, and what I'm trying to say, ask me again because I'm talking too much.
Okay, it's nice. And which problems could be solved with the help of Mindscaping? What is the potential?
Oh my God, I believe anything.
Anything.
Anything, everything. It's not about only problems. It's about that people are getting, you can add on Mindscaping. What I'm trying to say, when I'm saying add on, I mean that you don't have to have a problem. Even if you want to be better at something, that's still something. If you want to be more productive, if you want to get rid of your stress, your phobia, your stage fright, your anxieties, anything you have negative to get rid of, or anything positive that you want to add on to yourself, to your unconscious, so you can automatically become better and more productive, it happens very easy. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's so easy, and the change is rapid. After a session of Mindscaping, the person start changing from the first moment and the changes go up to 2-3 months. It lasts. It actually lasts a lot.
I already want to try.
Amazing. Yes, and you know what? I would really love to give. This is actually my gift to all of the people right here.
Oh.
Normally, yes, my gift is this. Normally, the Mindscaping is it's something that I do to very, very, very good friends of mine, because right now I'm in a project, and at first I would like I wanted to do healing. I wanted to be a hypnotist and to get into that, but I found that I would like to use hypnosis and Mindscaping in my personal life. So I created a team. I have a team of 5-6 people, very ambitious, very intelligent, and I'm doing to them Mindscaping, hypnotherapy all the time. And I'm going to tell you that 2 kids that had no idea about even psychology or how you spell it, these kids for the last 3 weeks, they also were drinkers, alcoholics.
Oh, really?
They had some problem with alcohol. They had a huge problem, and only by doing some small things, some pattern breaks, N.L.P, neuro-linguistic programming, some TFT, EFT, some acupuncture, tapping, releasing stress, and some Mindscaping, the guys are literally like robots. They are like robots. They work on their self-development 15 hours a day. It's crazy what you can succeed with Mindscaping. It's amazing. And I would like to offer to you, from me, and to 5 more people who's watching the show and they want to be better. If you want to be better and you want to change, I will help you. So 5 people from now that are watching this show and really interested to see what Mindscaping is and what it does, I'm just going to tell you this. You don't have to believe it. You just have to do what I tell you, and it will happen.
That sounds really impressive.
So Darren, ask me. I'm so sorry when I talk. I'm so hyped. I'm just
you
talking
shouldn't be
and talking
sorry.
all over.
It's nice, nice that you're explaining the topic so deeply. And my question is it okay with working on Mindscaping online? I mean, now all the people, they are stuck in their flats, and how it's possible to do it?
It's actually oh my God, thank you so much that you said that, because the Mindscaping actually, because of the light trends that we have, it is very easy to do it through Skype. That's why we also have Mindscaping.
Mindscaping.
So it's Mindscaping. I know if it sounds funny, but it is Mindscaping, and you have no fear of leaving a person into a deep trance and the connection breaking, because when you do Mindscaping, we reframe and pre-say if this connection break out, you will come back to normal and we will continue. So if you pre-frame whatever is going to happen, and if it's going to happen, the unconscious mind already accept it. It's very easy to do it, and I would like actually to also show you, except doing it in Mindscaping, I have to do it with you, pass the course, and after, when you are wonderful and beautiful feeling, then I will explain you how to do it, because it's an amazing tool that can help millions of people. And I believe anyone who's anyone, and when I'm saying anyone, I'm saying that even a monkey can do it.
No, really.
This is how a monkey, and we are a monkey. That's what we are. I mean, look at us, right? I mean, yeah, we're just a smarter monkey. That's what we did. Tell me.
And what about problems with Mindscaping? Maybe online, some problems can appear, like with connection. How you're solving it when something?
Yes. Well, as I said before, there is no problem, because normally when you start the Mindscaping, right before you put the person into a light trance, you pre-frame to him that we will start this, and even if the connection breaks, you will just come back to normal.
Oh, okay.
You will just become normal, going to be okay. And it's so interesting, right? And because it's so beautiful, and because people are usually afraid of hypnosis. Hypnosis have a very bad name. So as
Yes.
N.L.P, because they say that it's a manipulation. Let me ask you something, why it's a manipulation? Because if you think about it, language is manipulative. Every time I ask you, how do? You answer to me. I just manipulate you to tell me your feelings. Every time I ask you somebody's name, it's manipulation. I'm asking him to tell me what I want. So what manipulation is a form of communication, or you're just smarter and you know what to say. I'm training my people, my friends, manipulation techniques, seduction techniques, how to approach not a woman, how to approach a person, because I'm not a pickup doctor or like Hitch the doctor that helps people to pick up girls. I'm just helping people to have a more formal communication, a better communication with themselves, first of all, and with the other partner. With Mindscaping, though, it's something which is so great that I have been doing this for the last 3 months. And also I met this wonderful person, George, in airport, Yorgos Fotiadis. This is my cats are fighting outside. I don't know if you heard it. Yorgos Fotiadis.
They need maybe Mindscaping because they are aggressive.
Yes, they're very, yes, I got to do some Mindscaping on the cats. They have some psychological problems. I got to fix it up. I got to fix it. So yes, back to Mindscaping, right? So, and my friend George came here to Santorini, to our beautiful island. He's from Crete. And we did a small session of Mindscaping. And he said to me, is this going to work? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. So I just told him honestly, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I know I did it. I know what I did was right. That was 3 months ago. I was not sure I'd never, because think about it. We were in quarantine, right? I had no one to practice.
Sure.
So I had this tool. And I'm like, oh my God, what does it do? So I did it to him. And in the last 3 months, I'm going to tell you this. This guy's unbelievable. Yorgos Fotiadis, I love you, man. First of all, I want to say I love you because you became who you became. You're my first and the best subject. George Fotiadis, after his Mindscaping, he started hypnosis. So right now he's a certified hypnotist, N.L.P practitioner, EFT and TFT master, and going to Reiki and parapsychology. All this in 3 months.
Okay. And how long it takes to learn like Mindscape?
Well, normally it takes a long time, but when you are studying 24 hours, it becomes much more easier. Do you understand that people are going so hype on Mindscaping that they cannot sleep? Their brain, they become so active, so productive, and that their brain just, because our brain, as soon as our brain gets some new information, it just bursts in dopamine. Progress equals happiness. That's why every time we learn something new and interesting, our brain just bursts from dopamine. Oh my God, I love it. Because we made to learn things. Our brain is just designed to learn. It's a learning machine. It's a super quantum computer that is just doing these things. Like, I mean, look at this. Look at this beautiful thing, right? And the potential of it, it's amazing, especially when people say, I have bad memory, right? How can you have bad memory when our memory is 1,000 terabytes? Our actually human memory, the cerebral cortex, is 1,000 terabytes. So when somebody say I have a bad memory, I don't know what the hell to tell them. So, but all these things, yes, you understand, right? So all these things can be cured through Mindscaping. Any insecurity that the person have, any small problem, anything in his past, something that he doesn't understand, can be solved with Mindscaping. And it takes 30 minutes. It can take 30 minutes up to an hour of a very, very nice, funny game talk, which is very playful. And as we know, humor always breaks the state and the pattern of the human being. That's what we do, humans. Smile.
Okay. So you've told already so many good things about Mindscape. It's my friend. And are there any disadvantages? Maybe some bad consequences?
Oh my God, I cannot find one yet, because I didn't start at Mike Mandel from the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy from Canada, which he didn't discover it actually, as he said, he just put it on in the program we had. Well, he's doing the Mindscaping part and all of his students for the last over 15 years, and we had not even one kind of bad case.
Oh, really?
It's impossible almost. Yes, it's like a 100% accurate that it does have nothing bad or no symptoms, no nothing, no disadvantage. Again, the hypnotist or the person that is doing it, he has to speak the language of the unconscious mind, because the unconscious mind speaks in symbols. It doesn't speak language. It speaks in pictures. So if you do not understand and you cannot read the unconscious mind, when somebody tells you, I like forest is the sign of the unconscious, the moon is the sign of the unconscious. So when you say to a person to describe you a picture and he's saying, I turned around and I saw the moon, unconsciously, your unconscious mind showing you itself. And if I tell to somebody, look at the moon while you're into a trance, I'm not going to go too deep because I don't want to break it for nobody. If I say the secrets, it's not going to work after. I cannot say the secret. It's very highly secretive, because if I say the exact way it works, it's gone. So people need to understand that I cannot explain them. I can be, and you know what is the bad thing? I know how to do Mindscaping and to help all the people, but I cannot do it to myself because I'll learn how to do it. So it's a blessing and a curse. So I'm blessed and cursed with, yes, to help people, but myself, I just have to do it with the old-fashioned way.
You should have done it before, before you know how to do it. Right. But I was so up into reprogramming myself, which I do every day. I mean, it's I would like to explain, because I believe that people have an amazing potentials, and especially in times like this, when we have this situation, we have no excuse for not becoming better. I agree with you. Like,
I believe this is the, I believe we have no excuse in whatsoever of becoming better right now. You have 1 year of lockdown at your home. You have 1 year to become whoever you dreamed of, whoever you want of, and whoever you wish of. You have 1 year to do that. God stopped the world for 1 year just for the people that want to be better. So be better. I don't think there is a reason for you not to try to be better, and not to say try, because trying is failing. I don't like that word. Not to become better, because we have to be better, because we are better.
Be better.
And I wish I could myself, but I'm probably going to do it to you and to 5 people, right? Whoever like the idea and whoever is not afraid of it, on me, on best wishes, and I promise you will never ever be the same again.
That's amazing, but as well, is it possible to change? Yeah, is it possible to change, like, you know, some features, they're like your character, yeah? It's like you think you're with this the whole life and you cannot change it, and this is like part of you.
Habit.
You still can change it. Isn't it bad
of
if
course
you're becoming another person? I mean, is it ethically okay or not?
It's okay. It's okay. It's great. It's great. You can change. Basically, I understand what you're saying. We, as human beings, we are creatures of habits.
Yes.
So we do these things which pull us back all the time. I understand exactly what are you saying, because I had this epiphany 6 months ago that I realized that I just didn't work hard enough for myself. I was a lazy guy that I like to watch Netflix and spend my time in a television by eating chips and drinking Coca-Cola, and that was a very bad habit, because I could do that all day long. So when you have a habit that you sit on a couch and watch Netflix, that's not very productive, you know.
True.
So
But sometimes it's also nice to relax like this.
it's okay. You can do it once a week. You can give yourself a cheat meal, like, you know, once a week. You can sit down on the television and you can put for an hour or 2 hours to see something. But what I did, I just reprogrammed myself that I do watch television, but I don't watch Netflix.
Okay.
I'm going to watch something interesting. I'm going to watch anthropology. I'm going to watch documentaries. I'm going to watch neuroscience, neuroplasticity, social intelligence. I'm going to watch every person out there to get any free information, because let's be fucking honest. Right now, the world is full of free information. They're masterclass. I mean, look what we're doing right now.
Yeah, true.
Information
free.
Free. It's totally free out there, and people are not taking it. I don't know what's wrong with people. It reminds me of the story of the Capodistria, you know, when he showed the potato, he gave the potato to the people as now knowledge free, and nobody took it. And as soon as he took it away, everybody tried to steal it.
Yeah.
So I believe we have to contain the knowledge so people don't want to take it anymore. I don't know what to do, because it's so much information out there for us to be better, for us to be more productive, to be more successful. And as I said before, progress equal happiness. That's a standard thing. And if you are not doing it or doing something, there's one thing a day to make you feel better or to know yourself better, which that is why I started hypnosis and N.L.P, to know myself and my problems. And I had a lot of them. I mean, I had a really let's say colorful history. I was a very famous person in this world, and I was stuck in a nightlife, in a life that I didn't want to be, which is a horrible place. It's a horrible place to be, and I spent 15 years of my life in this sector of real manipulation, where people will tell you anything just to keep you there as a slave. So I had some really hard times, and right now I can say that knowledge is the key to everything. Knowledge, just, you know, as long as we educate and better ourselves with everything we can do, that's okay.
Okay, you've done such a great advertising of Mindscaping, and now my question is, if a person who is not connected anyhow to psychology or hypnosis or anything, now listening to you, is thinking, okay, I want to learn how to do it to my friends and so on, to maybe practice. I want to become a coach, and then how long it takes, first, how long it takes to learn it, and the second question is where could I go?
Where? Okay. Where? First of all, for you to learn it, especially the Mindscaping part, I'm going to explain this way. First, I learned first hypnosis. I understood everything about hypnosis. But to learn Mindscaping, you don't have to go so deep. You just need to learn the unconscious language, which is basically the symbols. And it's not something so hard. Some basic principles of you knowing how to be safe with your subject, because let's understand, ecology is first. The safety of your subject is first. Your subject is #1 priority about you, and he has to be good, he has to be safe, and he has to be healed.
True.
So I believe that purely on Mindscaping, you can make a weekly program. A week program in a week, 7 days is possible to learn everything you need to learn to do a proper Mindscaping and to start helping people. And I can provide and do that. I can do personal trainings and explaining everything as just one-to-one people. I do that, of course, with some people, because I have some business owners that are really into hypnosis and N.L.P, and I'm helping them how to better their careers, their lives, and also the performance of their employees, and they do literally, they do Mindscaping in the business center, 20 people in a row. There's a person, I taught him, and every day he have 2 to 3 employees which come in and do the Mindscaping part. So a week, I believe, is enough, more than enough, to somebody to learn how to do a very, very productive Mindscaping and to have amazing results. And your camera is looking interesting.
Why?
Julia gonna see.
I don't know. For me, it looks
I think
everything.
something image in the picture. I would love to take a picture and it looks very nice. Interesting. Continue, Darina.
So, I mean, I can go to you and you will teach me how to.
Yes, of course. And you will. But you have to choose first. Would you like to do Mindscaping first or learn Mindscaping?
First, I want to do Mindscaping and then to learn, because
okay,
I can't do
okay,
it.
so we're gonna do this. Great. First, we're doing Mindscaping, and after a couple of weeks, when you have everything you wish for, I'll teach you how we did it.
Cool. So I think it's
Great.
the same for people who are watching our translation. I mean,
Yes.
our podcast, so they can
Yes.
also go to you.
Of course they can. Of course they can.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. If anyone is interested actually to become better, to help people, to do something in his life that is much more than it is now, I would love to help you. I've been there and I understand what you're doing, guys. So just be better. And I'm here for you. I can teach you. I can drive through with you on this road of success with everybody.
Okay, my other question is like, coaching is more to make people better. If they are like normal, okay, and they want to have a better life. And like a psychotherapist is like more doing people like they are not so okay, and then they are like somehow
analyzing the problem, finding the problem.
Yeah. And my question is, Mindscaping is more like an instrument of coaching, or as well it can also be used in a psychotherapy.
I believe it could be used in psychotherapy because I'm going to explain you what happens. You see, in Mindscaping, as soon as we start the Mindscaping, we start with the problem. So what we ask to the person to do is we say, think of a problem that you have. And then we ask from the person to find and to take the exact map of his problem. By doing this interesting game and at the subject closing his eyes and following my steps, he finds playful to do some things. But I can tell you this, you can definitely use it in psychoanalysis, because the way of it works, it is literally, I want you to imagine this, that you have in front of you a painting of your mind, and you are changing it right there at the moment. You can like literally change the view and the perspective that you have instantly after just one session. But you can definitely use it, definitely 100% use it in psychotherapy, and also in coaching. But in coaching is more of a life coach is more of pushing people to their goals, as you said, is pushing them. Mindscaping is delete the problem and make something better. So Mindscaping is working twice. So you delete the problem and you install something good. It's working twice as better. I believe it's something very, very useful. And since we are talking to the unconscious mind takes some time to adjust all of these things, because the change will not come after 1 second, but they will come. They will come slowly into time by your unconscious mind doing the installation of the proper programs of your body. So basically, it's something like reprogramming yourself and changing the perception of what you have. And it's in a really nice system, Joyful, of me talking to you, telling you some things, and you pretending and imagining that you're doing something. And let's not forget that pretending and imagining is all you need to do. Because you do understand that when a person pretends to be something, it takes 2 minutes for neurology to change. So if I get up for 2 minutes and I stand up and I feel and I remember, I get a moment where I was very happy, very successful, and had everything, and I pretend that I'm back in that moment, only with 2 minutes of pretending, my neurology gonna change, and the rest of my day, my body will be in the same state that I was pretending. That is why most of actors, they get caught up too much in the role after the movie and they have problems. You see all the time those things. That is why pretending is a very, 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 very strong weapon. Basically, the only thing you need to do is to pretend you're smart, pretend you're successful, pretend you're better, and now pretend you're not pretending anymore. And everything is just going to happen naturally.
It's also like a popular instrument called affirmations. It's also working like this. It's like when you're making a list, like I'm smart, I'm pretty, and
yes,
and
exactly,
then
exactly. You understand perfectly. I love talking to you because you understand. I love it. I hope people understand. I hope I'm not talking too fast. I hope everybody out there understand my definition or my American slang, because I know it might be hard for some people. But what I'm saying is that the Mindscaping and the neuro-linguistic programming, it's a really, really useful tool. I believe that we do not understand of how much actual power we can have by learning certain things of how do we work. Because you see, every time you buy something, which let's say it's a phone, you get instructions. We always have instructions in no matter what we buy. The only thing we didn't have instructions, it's on us. When we born, nobody gave us instruction. Nobody said how to use the brain, how to use this. What did this do? They only gave us instruction of what we need to do to survive in this life, but not instructions of what you are able and capable of doing. We literally have no idea of who we are.
And how to live.
Literally. Exactly. Now, I'm going to tell you only this. Now, this is sound crazy, right? When you ask a person who you are, he always say, it's me. Okay, when you say me, well, what is me? Why are you showing me? Why 99% of people showing me here? Because it's your higher consciousness, right? This is why every time a person get afraid, he's covering this part and it's like, oh my God. That is why we always go away. We cover our chest, this part, from people or things we don't like. That is why when somebody come close to us and we don't like him, we turn our back. Unconsciously, it's us rejecting him. This part is very interesting. That's why I ask everyone, I'm like, okay, so this is you, right? So if I take out your chest, it's still going to be you? Of course it's going to be. But if I take out your head, is it still going to be you?
No.
So we all know that we are in our head, but we never say it. And plus, the brain is the only organ in the whole wide universe that calls himself as a third person. You do understand that I talk from my brain. I am my brain. I'm a small conscious in my brain, but I refer to my brain as a third person. It's a brain. It's not me. It's a brain, which is crazy. we are so dissociated. We are so delusional as human beings that we have no idea of what can we do. And I just wanted to say this. This is a small lesson that I just want to share with you, that about how we are programmed, right? I'm just going to give a small things for people just to understand, because this is what people miss. Most of the people in this life, now I'm going to explain how did we all get hypnotized, and I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to say this. Let's say this. Four principles in our life: study hard, work hard, early retirement, so you can do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody love that. Everybody love that. But what nobody hears is the hypnotic command. Study hard, work hard, early retirement, so you
finally,
do
the final destination, the final desires, the goal is not to do anything.
Do nothing. Exactly. Do you understand how scary that is? We are doing anything possible so we can do nothing. So our dream and our goals is to do nothing.
So basically, we are coming from childhood to another childhood.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now tell me this. Do you think that's a correct way of thinking?
No.
That's crazy, right? Why would you do nothing when you can do so many things? So I believe that people need to find out themselves. I believe that Mindscaping can help everyone. I believe that Mindscaping is something that everyone should try once. And I believe that any sort of self-development, anything you can learn about yourself or how to help others, which mentally, as Greek people say, nous iis and somatii, means if the mind is healthy, also will the body. So everything does come from the mind. And I believe mind, that's why they say mind, body, and soul. If the mind goes, the body will follow. But we have also many other things. We can also do it reverse engineering. You do the body and the mind will follow. We have a lot of things that we can do that we don't know. You see, most of the people, they believe that they need to be happy so they can look happy. When you can just pretend you're happy for 2 minutes and you will be happy for the rest of the day. It is not a science, it's biology that we have. And it's something that I would like to share with everyone.
Can you give an example when how it's working? Like bodies, you are making something with body and mind is following. I know you have good examples.
Oh, yes. I remember. Okay, so very, very interesting part of the physiology, as I told you before. Remember, we talked about
that's why I'm asking. Yeah.
Exactly, that's the part that you want to show. That physiology is connected to your psychology. I'm just going to go very fast on this and very simple so people can understand.
Yeah.
Imagine a Super Bowl. You're watching the soccer. You see the fanatic people, they always love their team. They're crazy about it. So when their team hits a goal, they always put their hands up and they're like, goal! Why? This is the ultimate state of winning. I'm sorry, I sweat under my armpit. You lose bad, I know. So, this is the ultimate state of winning. When we win, we put our hands up and we're winners. That's what Leonardo da Vinci had, right? When we lose, we straight away go into a ball. Like, oh my God, what happened, right? So it's very horrible. Now, I want to dare everyone here not to look my armpits. I'm just kidding. I dare everyone here to remember a moment where you were happy, where you were successful, when you had everything. I want you to step back. I want you to put your hands up, and I want you to see what you saw, to hear what you heard, to feel what you felt. And right from here, try to feel bad. It's impossible. It will be impossible because your body posture is not the one of you getting depressed. Or do something else. Get into a ball like you're depressed right here and try to be happy. It will still not work. It's just not going to work. It's amazing. It's amazing that we can actually be happy is by reversing the engineering. People think that I have to be happy first so my body can change, so I can look better. But if you change your body, it goes reverse engineering, you will feel better. There is even on a TED Talk, power poses by Emily Coy, I think, I'm not sure what was the name of it, but they could see it also in TED Talk. There is a 30-minute presentation of power poses. I would suggest that to everyone just to start the day, to any person, definitely. And it's something great. It's something I do every day when I wake up, and it helped me amazingly.
That's cool. It's really, I think that's a very useful instrument. It's a very useful weapon.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So how long time we more have? What I want to see how long I have so I can say something else.
15 minutes, I think.
What?
14.
Oh, great. We have 20 minutes. We have 20 more
20
minutes.
15. I think 15, no?
15 minutes? 15 minutes? Okay.
Do we want to, do you have
let
something?
me explain you something. Let me say something more. Yeah, I have something. I definitely have a lot of things. I have a lot of things to say. Okay, I would like to say a lot about. I don't know if you heard of it. The part of how we should use our words and how we should use our mouths, basically, how to express ourselves.
What do you exactly mean?
You know what? Have you ever read the book,
Yeah.
The Secret? You know,
Yeah,
The Secret? Yeah, total bullshit. Total bullshit. Don't believe that. It's totally wrong. So why it's totally wrong is because if you are thinking consciously of something good of happening, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. You literally need to. It's a huge thing, which comes to the part of we people are usually, and I said this to Julia, even to my friends, we usually are looking always at the problem. So when we have a problem, we are saying the problem. And so what happens when we verbally say our problem? We have a reticulate activating system, which they call it the RAS in our brain. You know what it is, right?
Sure.
Beautiful. For our friends out there to explain to them.
It's physiology. It's a physiological moment.
Exactly. Basically, it's what Facebook created and put it in their app. So I'm sure that most of the people, they notice it, that every time they speak about a product, they open their Facebook and they can see the product right there on the page. And you're like, oh my God, how did that happen? Well, because Facebook created a reticulate activating system for their app. What is a reticulate activating system? Your brain basically here feels everything you say. So every time you say, oh my God, I don't like this. Now, remember this, your unconscious mind, this is very important, does not take negatives. Let me explain one more time. The unconscious mind does not accept negatives. So that is why when a couple is fighting, a woman tells to the men, don't yell at me. The only thing the man hears is deleting the don't part, and he hears the yell at me. That is why when you hear, don't touch me, the guy's like, I'm not touching you. Exactly. You are literally deleting everything that is negative. That is why it's very good when somebody's very angry. You can break the pattern, which you can be a professional, and you can just say, oh, it's not 3 o'clock yet. So you can break a pattern and you can confuse the guy, or you can just say a positive thing. Just relax, you're okay. Never say nothing not to do to somebody because you take his autonomy. As soon as you take a person autonomy, you take the control over himself, and that's a bad thing, and the unconscious mind will not ever accept it. So the RAS in our head It's recording 24/7, which is amazing. That is why even in the nighttime when I sleep, I put hypnosis. I put hypnosis to inhale memory, everything. Just 24 hours a day, something is playing on the background. Alpha waves, hypnosis, motivation, anything there is, everything is out there and can make me better. I'm listening to it and I'm watching it. So if you say, I don't like this, your reticular activating system is listening. First of all, I like this, and it's focusing on what you are focusing right now. So if you don't like something and you focus on something, you're going to see something. People have the tendency of focusing a lot on the problem and avoiding focusing on the solution. This is the only difference between psychoanalysis and N.L.P and hypnosis. You see, Sigmund Freud discovered psychoanalysis, which you're asking people about how they feel, right? But which I believe that when you ask a person too much of his problem, he's saying too much of his problem. He's expressing himself, but he's breaking the problem, but he's kind of getting a little bit stuck in that state. So from there on, that is why when the Gestalt therapy comes in, that is why I love the Gestalt therapy. I love it. It's like, oh my God, I have a problem. Okay, so how are you about to fix it? So it's very simple. How can you fix it?
First, it's also it's also first concentrating on the problem. It's like you need to be
accepting the problem. First of all, you gotta accept the problem.
Yes, accepting, being in it, expressing emotions, and then like closing this question with doing, basically.
Yes. I loved it. I mean, I'm a special Gestalt therapy that the question basically that brings you to the productivity part of how can you resolve this and how can you become better. You see, when you say why this happened, why is an infinite question, which we all hate.
Yeah.
Because if you say why doesn't stop. It's infinite. How can I make something that has a number? So I have 5 or 10 ways of fixing my problem, and that is what I'm focusing on. So that's the RAS. That's where it's working. Every morning when I get up, and this is from Mike Mandel, my own teacher from the Hypnosis Academy. Every morning I wake up, I tune my reticular activating system by saying, how can I become smarter today than I was yesterday and have fun doing it? So I just program myself to find ways to make me smarter and to have fun doing it unconsciously. The beautiful part is that many people, they're going to say, I don't feel any changes because consciously I don't do nothing. Me, when I trance out daily, I'm usually on my phone reading or listening or learning to something. So you can program yourself with the RAS system without even doing hypnosis, only by doing this one thing that people think it's crazy. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. It's so beautiful. If you ask yourself a question, you're going to have 5, 10 images in your head, which your unconscious mind actually projects. You don't want to accept that there is something else inside of you because it's kind of, you're like, okay, is it something else? There is an unconscious that I don't know and it talks to me. But okay, there is something. And it's so beautiful. And people can do this without even formal training, without even formal education, just to know how to put their words correctly. So that's why many people, they are having bad results because they come out and they say, oh my God, I don't want to have this. Oh, I don't want to be fat. I don't want to eat. I don't. So delete all the don't. And the reticular activating system takes, I want to eat, I want to get fat, I want to this. If you keep saying to yourself, how can I be better in this? How can I be smarter in this? How can I succeed this? How can I be more and more and more? Your brain is just tuning up to find answers of why of what and how can you be better. So I believe that every human being can start doing this from now and tuning his activating system, the RAS, and already start doing some changes from now on, from this moment.
Also, the interesting thing is that it's not only changing inside of you, everything, your universe is also changing. I mean,
oh my God,
it's
everything.
Like, but do you believe in positive thinking? I mean, the basic idea of this secret book.
Well, it's the book is saying the truth. Is just saying the half of the story. The book forgot to say that consciously it's 10% of thinking. You have to reprogram yourself unconsciously to feel and literally believe and know what you want. So if you actually say what people, okay, this is the mistake of the people. I'm going to explain this. Like, okay, when I saw the book of Secret the first time, I remember I was home and my friend sent it to me. And it was like 12, 13 years ago. And it's like, hey, man, listen, I got this amazing book, man. You got to see it. You're going to love it. So I said, okay, send it to me. So I put the book. I'm watching the movie. And I'm like, it was back on the day. So I called my friend. And I'm like, that's a nice book. And I'm like, what did you do? And he's like, well, I ordered $1 million, but it still didn't came. Because on the book, if you think about it, it's going to come. So this is what I want to say to the people. Also, there is a small problem in every human being. There's a small problem. We confuse of in what we really want. 90% of the people, if you ask them, what do you want? They're going to say, I just want money and I'll be okay. Which people don't understand that money is the end result. Money is not a purpose. Money
it's the instrument, I would say.
Exactly. It is the result that you get after completing a goal, a purpose, or a project. So if your goal is money, that means you have no goal.
Sure.
Money is the result of the goals of what we achieve. That is what it is. So when you hear a person saying, I want to be a millionaire, but I don't know how I'm going to do it, that's not a very good thing it's not a very easy thing to do. You understand?
Yeah.
So
I think we have 2 minutes left now. So
we have 2 minutes left? Okay, great. Is it something you want to ask me? Quick?
No, I'm just, that you know
2 minutes left. Okay, guys.
Time. Yeah.
So guys, listen, stay put. Become better. Start educating yourself. Do whatever it takes for you to be better. And if I can help in this, I would love to help, guys. So thank you very much for listening to me and to Daria, which is amazing. And thank you for your questions, Daria. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
all of you guys. And just be better. Contact, comment. If you want something more, I would love to help. Information is totally free for everybody.
Yeah, and as well, it's possible to donate under this translation. I mean, under this live stream. It's also like a link for donation. Yeah.
Yes. Donation. Don't forget, Daria said it. Say it one more time.
Donation.
Say it one more time.
Donation.
Donate. Help people up. That's what we're doing. We're doing this for you guys. And, we always like to give something back.
We may help.
We will help.
Okay. I think it's still some seconds left.